against our nature, and it's causing confusion.
Mm.
So, like, if I've recently divorced, and it's kind of been an issue, but I've been to the Caribbean and been with some of those women, and it was totally different. Totally different. So, that's the big thing I'm seeing when dealing with American women versus women from other places. And these are black women as well, just not American women.
Interesting thought. I'm sure sisters may disagree. The phone lines are open 1-800-920-1580. I want to understand how we heal it, though. What do you think is the remedy to our disconnect?
I think it's just going to take time. Time is going to heal it. I think the women have to just experience that corporate structure, experience the stress that we don't even like dealing with. I got out of the corporate structure because it stressed me out. And I'm a teacher now, and I live a wonderful life that I've got out of that corporate structure. I think they need to go through it. We have to maintain our masculinity, and with God center or whatever spiritual belief you believe, kind of touching back on the previous caller, I think that'll help us all.
All right, brother. I appreciate the call, man. You brought Houston, Texas in the building. If you want to bring your city into the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. We got, I can't get him. Oh, Stefan from Chicago. Stefan or Stefan?
Stefan, man.
Stefan. What up, brother?
Yeah. So what's going on? Hey, man, just like real quick, like I've been
Stefan.
listening to your show. Yes, sir.
Stefan, I feel like you may curse. You got a cursing
Nah, nah,
spirit
nah,
on you.
nah, nah. Man, you judging me, man. I can, but I know how to put my best foot forward, man.
All
My
right.
mama raised me, so
Thank you,
it's all
brother.
good.
Thank you, brother.
All right. There it is. So, like, I've been listening to you for a long time, man, and the reason why is because there's so many different perspectives and so many different, alternatives on how you want to pursue this thing called life. And the one thing that really stuck out to me, and that's really like bugs me about our community is it's just a lack of discipline. Like it's a lack. It's not a lack. It's not a. I'm not saying discipline like we just all wilding out, like the whole community wilding out. But it's really about pick a path you want to go and lead your family through it, and everything will be all right. You got any of the Abrahamic religions to pick from. You got Hinduism. You got African spirituality. Pick your poison and live by that. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Follow a tradition, follow a discipline, and it kind of resets itself. But like but we in that day and age where it's like anything new under the sun, we gravitating towards it. So like feminists got the floor right now. So what the people are drawn to that. It's quote unquote hyper masculinity or toxic masculinity. People are drawn to that. Like no, we're going back to the caveman status. Nigga, come here, woman. This is what it is. Nah, it's not. It's just go back to your tradition. How did your grandfather make it? How did your mother make it? You know what I'm saying? That's what I see.
You
Because
you saying no? I hear you. You saying whatever you authored about you, go back to that manual. Stop using the manual of the people who captured you to judge each other by. How about that?
correct,
Talk to me,
correct,
man.
and so it's like I grew I'm 43, so I pretty much came up of age in the mid 80s, early 90s. So it's like my father was super religious, like super Christian. You know what I'm saying? Like church on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. So it's like I pretty much growing up in the hip hop era, I rebelled against that totally. But it's not like I didn't hear any lessons. So now, fast forward, you know, when I bump my head against the concrete enough times, I tend to go back to those lessons. Now I'm, you know, 20 years married, you know, 3 kids, and I'm feeding my kids them same lessons. It might not be as rigid as how my father brought it, but it's like I gotta humble myself to a way of living, because living just any type of way, you know, my father called it pissing in the wind. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's gonna blow back on you. You just gonna live any type of way, and it's not gonna come back to you. It's gonna come back to you.
All right, Stefan, let me just say this, brother. You dropped jewels, but you slipped that curse word in there. Absolutely. On terrestrial radio. It's all good, but it's all good. But wrap your thought up real quick, man, and then I got to move to the next.
You know, it's just, yes, sir. Just, man, just pick your way. You know, pick an old tradition. Pick something that's established and go with it, man. Just don't let just any type of thought process enter you, and you're gonna last. You're not gonna last. You know, you need something that's proven, man. Just, you know, whatever it takes, find your way. That's what it is. That's what it's gonna take for us to heal. And it's a community thing, man. Once we get there, once people, you know, one family work with another family, it's a domino effect, man. We'll be all right.
Thank you, brother. Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. You dropped jewels tonight, and you brought Chicago in the building. We appreciate it.
There it is. Yes,
Ooh, wee. I want to hear from the ladies. Talk to us, sisters. What do we get wrong about y'all? What do we constantly misinterpret about y'all? Right? That leads to this, what seems to be a perpetual conflict with you. Call me right now, 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, the phone line shall continue to percolate. Call me, Miss J. Miss J. You gotta say that.
This is Cherie Onikavayako. After nearly
16
years in the office protecting
Trumonger, I see you.
Crime and corruption, I am stepping forward to fight crime and corruption in Los
No
Angeles.
cursing, no cursing, no cursing, no cursing.
To run for Los Angeles City Attorney. Cherie Onikavayako.
No cursing, no cursing.
Accountable for violence in our communities and help Black mothers and teachers keep our children and communities safe.
All right, everybody, please call me.
For Los Angeles City Attorney.
Please hit the like button.
Paid for by Cherie Onikavayako for Los Angeles City Attorney 2022.
Twos and Fuse crew, get in here. Where we at?
Introducing Breathe Infinity, where we teach 5 proven techniques that reduce stress and helps you lose weight. Sign up for our stress reducing class on July 12th and discover how deep breathing relieves stress, regulates emotions, and helps you burn fat.
Yogi Fish, stop playing.
And sign up for our $99.
Yogi Fish, stop playing.
KBLA and save $20.
Yogi Fish playing, dog. This, no cursing, no cursing.
COVID-19.
No cursing.
Questions we have. The biggest question now, what's next? What will COVID bring in 6 months, a year?
Miss J, I need you.
Feeling anxious about
Call
the
in here.
future, you're not alone. CalHope offers
Miss J.
COVID-19 emotional support.
Call in here.
333-317-4673 or live chat at
Miss J.
calhope.org today.
Our Weekly Los Angeles is the largest audited Black newspaper in the state of California.
There's one line open. Miss J, it gotta be you.
Pick up a copy every Thursday to get the latest news on African American communities of LA. You can also keep up with what's going on in Los Angeles and surrounding cities by going to www.ourweekly.com. The Our Weekly website is updated daily.
You always say that, Yogi Fish, and then you get in here and say some high-level, eloquent, spiritually evolved stuff. Come on, y'all. We got to get this broadcast trending. Everybody hit that like button. Let's get as many likes as we have people in here.
Live in a minute.
60 seconds.
100 Black Men of Los Angeles Incorporated. It's a non-profit community-based
Can you guys hear?
with a mission improve the quality of life for African Americans.
Likes. We only got 3 likes. Come on. Miss J. Come on, Miss J.
The Junior Investment Program and the Technology Summit. 100 Black Men of Los Angeles focuses on mentoring, education, health and wellness, economic empowerment, and leadership. They're a body of outstanding Black men whose training,
Thank you, Miss J.
skills, and experiences adds value to their communities. To join the organization and make a difference, offer support, or sign up an eligible young scholar. Visit 100BMLA.net. 100BMLA.net or call 310-497-2176. That's 310-497-2176. This is the community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580. You know you want some more. More. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Sometimes she's not all she seems. You only see what she wants you to see. And before you really know, it always seems to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we always gonna go back and forth. Brothers and sisters, we gonna always have a little contention. But I'm asking, who's perpetuating this angst? It seems like there's a constant mistrust of each other, right? There's a constant blame shifting. Do you know black men and women, right, got Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, the presidency, leading with black women. Black women voted 91%. It was 91% turnout of black women. But black men were derided as not showing up. And we voted at 80%. We did that together. Who was the genius to say, well, you do know, black men voted at 11% lower. 18% of black men voted for Trump. What? Who pointed it out when you won? I can see if we lost. Then you can say, hey, that 11% or that 18%, what y'all do that for? But you won. Who pointed that out? And for what purpose? And who picked up the ball and ran with it as a narrative of we don't support our sister? And then, now, look, okay, and then what happened? They got in office, and then what happened? And I'm talking about specifically for us. And then what happened specifically for us? We did it, show us solidarity, got it done, still point of contention. Why? 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines right now. I need to hear from you. Call. Let's get Truemonger from Dallas, Texas on. Truemonger, talk to us.
Peace, brother.
What's happening, man?
Oh, man, we're taking in the show.
You got to turn your spirit down. Your spirit is loud in the background. Yeah.
My bad.
Mm-hmm.
Our stuff was instilled in us generations ago, centuries ago. It was literally beaten into us, raped into us, manipulated into us, and we've been carrying on ever since, a lot of us.
Mm-hmm.
Lack of informing ourselves about the past, and finding ways to actually work together to create solutions. A lot of people still have Stockholm syndrome. We also have a lot of agents. I don't want you know there's other labels for it, but I don't want to say them on the air. I don't know if they can say those on the air.
Wait a minute. But, is it a cuss word?
No.
Say it.
Then you can say it. See, because you done cussed on the air before. So you can definitely say a non.
I'm not going to go with that, bro. I haven't cussed on the air.
No, you didn't, though. You didn't curse.
Well,
all right, so look, True, because you getting ready to you about to get heated. So look, hold it. When we come forward, I'm going to come right back to you, True. I want you to say those words again.
Okay.
Can't do it. Hey, I appreciate y'all. Hey, Greg Scott, Twos and Fuse crew, stand up. Thank you, Greg Scott. Miss J. I'm shouting out everybody that I can see. Those are only 2 people I can see. But thank you guys for hitting that super chat. Means a lot. Greatly appreciated.
Need to add a second black majority district before November's midterm election. State lawmakers overruled Governor John Bel Edwards' veto of a map that had only one majority black district back in March. A federal court ruled the map's representation is not proportional to the black share of population in Louisiana, where a third of the residents are black. Longtime NFL coach Romeo Crennel is stepping away from the game. After 50 years of coaching, the 74-year-old announced his retirement. Crennel coached 39 seasons in the NFL. That's the latest. I'm Kevin Brown from the Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
Don't let ants ruin your picnic or ruin all your food. Stanley Pest Control can provide you a green approach to solve all your ant issues. Get help today. For a free inspection, visit StanleyPest.com. That's StanleyPest.com.
All real heads know what time it is with this.
Excuse me. Now that I have your attention, may I ask you this question? Why do you believe police brutality continues to exist in this country? Do you believe it to be a systemic problem, or should we judge police misconduct on a case-by-case basis? And what's your opinion on the best course of action to solve the problem? Well, you've come to the right place. You're listening to LA's all-new progressive talk radio station of the people, by the people, and for the people. It's KBLA Talk 1580, and we've got you covered around the clock. Racism?
We don't hate white people, we hate the oppressor, whether he be white, black, brown, or yellow.
We got you. Progressive politics? We got you. Health and wellness education? We have you covered. A black-owned and operated, evidence-based alternative radio station for progressive, open-minded people like you and me. Welcome home, LA.
Yeah!
We're all in this together. It's KBLA Talk 1580, broadcasting from the heart of LA's Leimert Park. We've got a lot to talk about.
We're going to have to fight. We're going to have to struggle. We're going to have to struggle relentlessly to bring about the
I'm Zell Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black
No.
still exist? What are your
Don't delete that app. Hell nah. Mike Jones, don't do that.
Are they worth the wait?
It's being revamped.
The child wasn't needed, and he still had to play child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right? Mama's
I wrote y'all a special note.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I was like the kids.
This is to each and every one of you. Whether you hit the super chat, whether you hit the like button or not, this is to each and every one of y'all. Read that note. I appreciate y'all. Everybody hit that like button. Let's get there.
How do you rate women so well?
Zell Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
telling me how much he cares. She's always in my head. She's always in my head.
Yeah. Hey, hey. Come on, man. Not too great at all. Come on, whenever I'm all alone. Even if I hit the wrong note. Hey. Come on, y'all. Let me tell y'all something, man. Brothers, real black men love real good sisters. We love them. And they love us. Now listen. Let me get Truemonger back in here before I get to cutting up. Because I got something set for y'all. But True was making a point. Truemonger from Dallas, Texas. Get in here, and then I'm getting to Austin, and I'm coming back to Los Angeles.
Okay. Like I was saying before, we got a lot of Sambos and coons out here that co-sign a lot of the stuff that comes from the actual enemy. But instead of coming together and defending ourselves against them, like we should do on a regular basis, we'll turn that energy towards each other.
So we got some cultural Trojan horses that are speaking with us using the dominant society's talking points. So they sound like white supremacists, but they us. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Got
There's
it.
a lot of white supremacists with melanated skin.
Ooh.
There's a lot of them out here. There's one sitting in the White House right now.
Ooh. Ooh. Hey, that's heavy. But you know what? Non-judgmental space, man. You get to say what you want to say. Sisters, if you disagree, you can call in and disagree. 1-800-920-1580. Truemonger, man. As always, man, it is a pleasure to speak to you, brother. And thank you, man, for your consistency and your support of this platform. Thank you.
Thank you, Zoe.
Yeah, we keeping it cracking. Let's get May from Austin, Texas in the building.
Hello.
Hey, May, how are you? Welcome to the show.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. So what are your thoughts about today's topic?
I had a lot of thoughts because there's been so many good additions to this topic. But one of the things that I was thinking about was sustainability and how that involves social, environmental, and economic dimensions. And a lot of these words that I'm saying, they're not my words, but I just kind of used them to kind of fit what we're talking about.
Okay. Share with us. We're listening.
Oh, okay. So the goal of sustainability should be that we should educate our community members about the importance of thinking and acting sustainably so that we can use resources responsibly, like money, while improving the livelihood of present and future generations. I believe that in order to reset, we need to recycle, but not like a lot of things that the callers were sharing today don't need to be recycled, but some of it does need to be recycled.
So in order, because that was big. In order to reset, we need to recycle. So what pieces do you think we need to keep as we try to reset?
Meeting up, and opportunity, and like have, agents like, we know big ones like Martin Luther King. He was a big agent, and he strived to bring new and beneficial projects to help Black Americans see positive improvements in our community. So I think we need agents, and not like, I don't use.
So when you, wait, I'm trying to understand. When you say agents, are you saying change agents, or are you talking about agents?
Yeah, kind of like what the man before me was talking about, he was saying agents, but he used other terms. I don't use those terms because those are very negative to me. But like agents, kind of like the mayor who's running. I mean, the black woman who's running for mayor in Los Angeles right now.
Wow. Wow. You think she's an agent?
She can be.
Oh.
And I think everyone's an agent. Honestly, I think everyone has agency because we can all communicate with each other and organize.
Wow. That's heavy. Ooh, that's heavy. And listen. No, listen. Yeah, I mean, she did. She basically said she thinks everybody is an agent, but you specifically pointed out the sister Karen Bass that's running for mayor of Los Angeles. Why do you feel that she's an agent?
I think
Potentially. Right.
An agent for what cause?
She has the ability to make meaning and with her words and with her actions and represent Black community.
So have you done any research on the sister? Because the sister started, a community coalition. She been on the ground for a long time in the city of Los Angeles, like, with her hands knee deep in the soil. She has done that. Now, if you from here, you know that. But my question is, do you know anything about the sister before we say the sister is an agent?
I don't know much about her now.
So that's what, and again, I understood what the brother was saying in a broad sense. Yes, there are people in our community that go make side deals. I like to call them G-monies. You will cut me a side deal. We got G-monies in our community that will go back to the power structure and cut a side deal. We got them, and they should be expelled. 100% agree. But what we shouldn't do is label people G-monies unless we know for sure that they are. I don't know that sister personally, and I wouldn't put that jacket on her because I don't know. But I, like many Black people in our community, have a distrust for lawyers, for police, for politicians. Why for politicians? Because typically politicians talk out both sides of their neck. 1 week, they Democrat. 2 weeks later, they Republican. So again, there is a flippity-floppity with politicians that make me a little weary of who they are. And yes, some politicians could definitely be G-monies, but I wouldn't put the jacket on them until I saw sufficient evidence. Let me just say thank you, Sister May, for calling in from Austin, Texas. Your thoughts were greatly appreciated. And as always, no judgment. We definitely want to hear from somebody. Said doctors too. 100% Tracy Brooks in my chat room. Doctors too. Oh, this is good stuff. Thank you, May. We appreciate the call. Phyllis from Los Angeles, California. I'm coming to you on the other side of coming forward. The VOR is on fire tonight.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
Topic is good. Ain't nobody talking. Ain't no
national healthcare alert regarding your CPAP supplies.
Hey.
Using a clean CPAP mask and clean supplies.
Ain't nobody talking about my playlist.
The best way to make sure your CPAP equipment is clean is to get new supplies. If you have Medicare, we have great news. Medicare will pay for you to have new.
Ain't nobody talking about my playlist. Hey, Miss B, Miss JB, I need to hear from you.
To make sure that there's little to no out-of-pocket cost to you. And you don't even have to leave your home. We provide free in-home delivery. So if you're a CPAP user and you have Medicare,
Miss JB,
with new CPAP equipment is easy. Just make this free phone call right now to get started.
Miss JB, I need, come on now.
2
I need to hear from you, Miss JB. You can't call and hang up.
3098. 800-245.
Miss JB.
That's 800-245-3098.
The Los Angeles Urban League helps
Nobody talking about my playlist.
in underserved communities achieve true social parity.
Is the playlist cracking or not?
For over 100 years, Los Angeles Urban League has ensured our communities have access to careers with living wages, opportunities to start and grow businesses, and clear pathways to personal and professional growth. Programs like this
I got you.
Construction Career Academy, Bob Business Ready and Be Work.
That playlist crazy though.
Program are examples of the
That strange relationship, Prince.
mission to rebuild Black Wall Street right here in LA a reality.
She's always in my hair, Prince. Cameo, Don't Be Lonely. Hey, Truemonger, you be clowning, talking about it's the Jerry Curl playlist. I hear you. Yeah, piss a cuss word. Soon as you said it, the engineers, everybody was like,
Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box.
You call it the Jerry Curl playlist.
Visit stoptextsstopwrecks.org.
According to the FCC, which doesn't, it don't regulate YouTube, it regulates AM radio. That's where we at. We on AM radio. True tried to get on me the other week. So you just gonna let them tell you not to cuss up there? You capitulate.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Columbus,
what?
Listen to the voice of reason with Bill Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Let me see you go. Let me see you come. Now let me see you go.
Some people ain't gonna like R. Kelly in the background.
So get up and hit this funky metal. Get you in the mood. 'Cause you know it's all
Yo! We full circle. Back in the building. We got folks on the line. Phone line's been cracking. I ain't even really been able to get into my talking. The phone line's been cracking. Let's get to Phyllis in Los Angeles, California. Phyllis is here in Los Angeles, California on election night. Talk to us, Phyllis, your thoughts about tonight's topic.
Yes, great show, by the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Generally speaking, melanic or black men and women, I should say, we're not at war with each other. I just say generally speaking. However, relationally or politically, of course, because of the differences of opinions. But to elaborate, politically, if a candidate embraces an issue that a potential supporter of the opposite sex disagrees with, then rightfully there would be a dissent or some type of, disagreement. But, I believe, or just to reiterate, melodic or male and female relationships are basically, for the most part, very much alive and well.
I love that. I love the sister. Lift me up. That's what I'm talking about. Because when I'm confused, sisters can call in and say something that shifts the whole energy. Phyllis, thank you for bringing Los Angeles into the building. We appreciate you. Yes, yes. Listen, you want to bring your city into the building and join us? It's a conversation. What I think about it doesn't matter. I'm just here to facilitate the discussion. I need to know. The sister said black love is alive and well. And when there is a political disagreement, or what is called political polarization, there's going to be some pushback. There's going to be some angst amongst the people voting for whatever the cause they want to vote for. It don't mean that we don't still love each other. Talk to me tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 1-800-920-1580. New York in the building. Yogi Fish. Speak to me, brother.
Hello, Mr. Zoe Williams. Good to speak to you again with all these difficult subjects.
Yeah.
They're hard to speak honestly about without cursing.
But you can, yeah, Yogi.
I'm not going to curse, but you know what I mean. Fill in the blanks.
No doubt.
The subject, the way you phrase it, the art of toxic love and war in black community. I don't always put your subjects relative to men and women relationships, but just how we relate to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And one of your callers was saying something about being an agent.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a community cultural phrase, but it doesn't mean you work for some government agent or something like that. It just means I thought you was for me, but later I found out you wasn't. You were against me. You took all the best of me and used it against me.
Come on.
Collecting all that.
Come on, Yogi.
So like in a relationship, you with a woman, you love her, you tell her your private business, and then when it don't go good, she's telling everybody all your private business. That's an agent. That's what that means.
That's a double agent. Yes.
I just what they were all about. They never was with you, so they have to be with you to be a double. They never was.
Ooh-wee.
You know what I mean? So the same thing with what we're dealing with in the black community. Not everybody in our community is with us. We're saying communities. They're not in the community. They're in some other community. They're just around us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So we give people too much credit for being us just because they look like us. We like what they do, but they're not doing it for us. They're doing it for some other reason. You know what I mean? We gravitate to others. We give so much to everybody else, but they don't really give us anything. And that's the thing you can say when you look at a politician, what have you done for me? Why am I voting for you to be mayor when you've been in another position? What can you say you did for me when you was in the other position that you're still in? You know what I mean? Sometimes we have to fail. Like if you try to get rid of bugs in your house, you might have to drop some of them bug bombs and then leave the house with the bugs first for a little while. So the same thing with us. We might have to suffer so that the people who really suffer can get away from us and we can rise back up, because we've risen back up before. We're suffering anyway, so what do we got to lose?
Man.
You know what I mean? So a lot of this is, what Bobby said the other day on your program. What do we have to lose?
Mm-hmm.
Right? We ain't got nothing to lose. We winning by surviving. Everything else is extra. That's icing on the cake. We survived is our win. So these are hard subjects to be honest about, because we've already know the truth. We know the truth. I mean, I appreciate you bringing it up so that we can try again to get further along down the line. But we know the deal is these people ain't listening.
Wow.
They don't care what we talking about. You know what I mean? So I think I made it through without cursing.
You made it through without cursing. Hey, no, man, I appreciate you, Yogi. Because you know why?
All right, brother.
Even when you don't want to call and I ask you to call, you call in. Thank you, brother.
I try to save up, say something intelligent and something productive. So I appreciate you, man.
No, I appreciate you too, brother. Right. Thank you so much. Hey, we are turned up. The phone lines are cracking. Q from West Los Angeles. Q, jump in here, bro.
My brother, good evening to you.
What's up, brother?
Brother, I think what we are seeing now, we are looking at the symptoms of a virus that was planted that during and then post-slavery. Why do I say this? During slavery, the slave of the plantation owner or the white people took the black woman right in front of the black man, did whatever he wanted to do with her, when the black man could not do anything. Those who dared to fight to protect the black woman, they Somebody, what happened to that. Now, I'm going to go back a little bit history. When the white man, when they went to Africa to bring to capture our people, to bring them over here, they observed how protective the black man was to the black woman and the children and the family. They knew that. When they brought them out here, they made sure that they stripped the black man from that ability to protect the black woman. And so he had his way. Whatever he wants to do with her, he did with the black woman. Fast forward. Today, in this modern social economic environment that we live in today, when a black man and a black woman, both of them have the same qualification to go to seeking a job, they will give it to the black woman. They will give it to the black man because the white man feels more comfortable with the black woman than it is with the black man. Now, if the black woman has the job, taking care of the family, taking care of the children, and then bringing the money home, and the black man doesn't have that ability, what can the black man say? Now, don't forget, I earlier said that they recognize how protective the black man was in Africa. Go and then bring whatever, the food, the killing, the bush, whatever it is, for the family. Now, here, he's taking that ability away from the black man to do so. Now, if a man cannot protect and provide for the family, what can the man tell the wife? What can he say? They strip off his abilities to protect the family. And so this has created a toxic relationship between the black woman and the black man. Black women are looking at the television. As beautiful as they are, they have relinquished all their beauty and looking at the beauty that is on the television box most of the time by the white woman. How the white woman looks like, that's what they want to look at. Black woman is putting all kinds of cosmetics, adjustments, even hair weave. Your hair, the hair weave, the person who has that hair, you don't know the energy that this person has. Now you're putting somebody else's energy on your head. And all this is creating a confusion between the man and the woman. So this, what we got in the symptoms, the symptoms are what we are seeing today. But what we are seeing today is a virus that was planted a long time ago, and it is by design. It doesn't just happen. It's by design. So these symptoms, we have to find a way to do something about it. Because this toxic relationship, it has, kill our family structure. Even the survival and the destruction of the black man has always been through the black woman.
Wow. Hey, Q, I got to push forward, brother, but man, I can listen to you, brother. You need your own show. Hey, I appreciate you calling me, man. I appreciate you sharing the way you share. And like I said, no judgment zones. If there's any sisters out there who disagree with his perspective, you can call in and share yours as well. 1-800-920-1580. Brother Q from West Los Angeles, man, much appreciation to you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Hey, listen, it ain't gonna get fixed overnight. But you know what I'm hearing? Like, if you've been following my shows, just go back and listen. Right? We talked about generational tasks. We talked about conflict management. We talked about generational toolboxes that are limited. You inherit or model the conflict resolution style, the communication style of the family you come from. This show, if you go back to the podcast and listen to all of the shows, we've been outlining the tools that are missing for the necessary work that needs to be done. Right? So when I'm talking to you, I say, what's the solution? Everybody's like, I don't know. Or, it's really a nebulous kind of answer. It's not concrete. I've laid out the tools. But the question is, does anybody want to really do the work? When I come forward, I'm going to give more about the tools and how to apply them. When we come forward, VOR.
Kevin Brown, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot is announcing a re-election bid. Democrat Lightfoot said public safety, infrastructure, and equity are her main issues. She's faced increasing pressure to tackle the city's violent crime problem. Lightfoot has 6 other challenges. Louisiana will need to add a second black majority district before November's midterm election. State lawmakers overruled Governor John Bel Edwards' veto of a map that had only one majority black district back in March. A federal court ruled the map's representation is not proportional to the black share of population in Louisiana, where a third of the residents are black. Longtime NFL coach Romeo Crennel is stepping away from the game. After 50 years of coaching, the 74-year-old announced his retirement. Crennel coached 39 seasons in the NFL. That's the latest. I'm Kevin Brown from the Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
Don't let ants ruin your picnic or ruin all your food. Stanley Pest Control can provide you a green approach to solve all your ant issues. Get help today. For a free inspection, visit StanleyPest.com. That's StanleyPest.com.
All real heads know what time it is with this.
Excuse me. Now that I have your attention, may I ask you this question?
Where y'all at?
Why do you believe police brutality continues to exist in this country? Do you believe it to be a systemic problem, or should
Yeah,
we
man,
judge
hit that
police
super chat if you're appreciating what we're doing. If you're appreciating what we're laying down.
best course of action to solve the problem?
Miss JB already set it off.
If you're listening to LA's all-new progressive
And
talk
Rob
radio
B
station of the people,
and
by the
Truemonger
people,
and
it's
a lot of
KBLA
people
Talk
have already.
1580, we've
And I'm
got you
greatly
covered
appreciative.
around the clock. Racism,
Nick Love.
we got you. Progressive politics, we got you. Health and wellness education, we have you covered. A black-owned and operated, evidence-based alternative radio station for progressive, open-minded people like you and me. Welcome home, LA.
Nick Love, thank you.
It's KBLA Talk 1580, broadcasting from the heart of LA's Leimert Park.
Come on, y'all. Let's all do it together. If everybody dropped $3, everybody do it. Change the game.
Are you ready?
Oh, let's do it.
True or false?
Everybody do it.
A hand uses less water than a dishwasher.
True.
Oh, a dishwasher saves more water. Okay, next, using a broom or a leaf blower instead of a
Sage
hose to
the
clean
hair,
outside
right.
saves less water.
False.
Save 6 gallons per minute by not using a hose.
Oh, no.
That shit funny.
Test your skills and learn more water-saving tips at SaveOurWater.com. Make it your biz.
That shit funny. Daniel Williams, I see you.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Founded more than 20 years ago by Susan Burton, following her own struggles with incarceration and substance abuse, A New Way of Life is an organization that promotes healing, power, and opportunity for formerly incarcerated people. A New Way of Life takes a multifaceted approach to mitigating the effects of mass incarceration with the goal of and ultimately eliminating it. They provide housing and support for formerly incarcerated women for successful community reentry, family reunification, and healing. They work to restore the civil rights of formerly incarcerated people, as well as to empower, organize, and mobilize them as advocates for social
personal change and personal transformation. To support a new way of life or to find help you need, call 323-563-3575. That's 323-563-3575.
Y'all
Or
stupid.
visit anewayoflife.org. This is a community.
We got 102 likes.
KBLA Talk 1580.
Fellas, are you looking to get your beard on point? King C. Gillette Style Master is the modern man's answer to any type of facial hair with a complete set of precision tools.
Deuce.
The Style Master is a waterproof cordless trimmer.
What it do?
With a long-lasting
Yogi Fish.
It's extremely versatile and
Thank you,
designed to
brother.
lace, trim, and stubble in 4 directions on any hair length. Whatever your beard style, King C. Gillette can give you that precise look and is perfect for any beard style. It's the
True monger.
that every man needs to master their style.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Gross. No way. I already use Capital One Auto Navigator.
I bet your credit score.
Wasn't impacted at all. So, I got my real rate and monthly payment, had an amazing test drive at the dealership, and made the purchase.
Taking the easy way out. That's so you.
Still not getting it. That's so you. Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms and conditions apply. Find out more at CapitalOne.com/AutoNavigator.
At Social Security, we are always thinking of
Modern
ways to
thing.
save you time and make things easier. That's why we created My Social Security. A My Social Security account allows you to access your earnings history and benefits information, request a replacement Social Security card, get a proof of income letter, estimate and apply for benefits, and more. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount. Social Security. Securing today and tomorrow.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
How do you spend your audio time on smart speakers?
Hello.
Hey, Alexa,
I'm Alexa.
play KBLA Talk 1580.
Okay, let's play.
More of the voice of reason with Voice of Reason right now on KBLA Talk 1580.
After the night, don't leave your girl around me. True player for real. That's my for real. Come on. That's how it's going down. Smell it. Smell it. Don't leave your girl around me. True player for real. That's my for real. Situation will arise in our lives, but you gotta be smart about it. Celebrations with the guys I sacrificed, 'cause I knew you could still got that clip. And I need my life.
Play it.
I loved you, my girl. See, if I went to Israel, I don't think Israel would be the best place for me to be in. It's 2.5 minutes. Considering the view that most Jews have of Louis Farrakhan.
You go to Nigeria, which is, if not the most corrupt nation in Africa, and it is, it could be the most corrupt nation in the world, Minister Farrakhan.
Oh,
And now, Mr. Wallace, it is the most corrupt nation that I have ever covered. I've been there 25 years ago, and I've been there as recently as last year.
fine. So what? 35 years old. That's what that nation is. Now here's America, 226 years old. You love democracy, but there in Africa, you're trying to force these people into a system of government that you just have accepted. 30 years ago, black folk got the right to vote. You're not in any moral position to tell anybody how corrupt they are. You should be quiet and let those of us who know our people go there and help them get out of that condition. But America should keep her mouth shut. Wherever there's a corrupt regime, as much hell as America has raised on the earth. No, I will not allow America, or you, Mr. Wallace, to condemn them as the most corrupt nation on earth when you have spilled the blood of human beings. Has Nigeria dropped an atomic bomb and killed people in Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Have they killed off millions of Native Americans? How dare you put yourself in that position as a moral judge? I think you should keep quiet Because with that much blood on America's hands, you have no right to speak. I will speak because I don't have that blood on my hand. Yes, there's corruption there. Yes, there's mismanagement of resources. Yes, there is abuse. There's abuse in every nation on earth, including this one. So let's not play holy to moralize on them. Let's help.
I'm not moralizing. I'm asking a question, and I got an answer.
Why would you put it as the most corrupt regime in the world? That doesn't make sense.
Can you think of one more corrupt?
Yeah, I'm living in one. I'm living in one. Yes. You've done a hell of a thing on this earth, so you should not be the one to talk. You should be quiet when it comes to moral condemnation. In my judgment. I didn't mean to be so fired up.
No, that's good. That's good.
That's my passion.
Krishnamurti. It is no measure of health to be fully integrated into a sick society. Okay? We toxic because we live in toxicity. Oh, yes. Maybe the toxicity here got a little perfume on it. But if those gas prices keep rising, it's going to start to stink, right? What are the characteristics of a toxic culture, right? Let's just get 5 of them, right? It's disrespectful. Is America respectful to both black men and women? This is fair questions. I'm not giving my answer here. I'm just asking. Yes or no? 1-800-920-1580. Is America respectful to black men and women? Our culture as a whole? I'm just asking. Is it? Is America unethical? I'm asking questions. Because these are simple. Is America cutthroat? These are just real questions. Some people could come in and give me examples of America not being cutthroat. Some people could come in and give me examples of America being ethical. But I'm asking you. And I'm saying you as black folk here in America, has America been abusive towards you? We don't have to give out, I'm talking now. We don't have to give up redlining, economic redlining. We don't have to give up that. We don't have to give up Jim Crow laws. Some of them still on the book. We don't have to talk about police brutality. We don't have to talk about driving while black. I'm asking you, right? Is America toxic? The great Krishnamurti, my favorite philosopher, is America immoral? 1-800-920-1580. This is not for me to answer. This is for you to answer. See, because participating in a political system, right, makes sense if you have a body of people, especially if that body of people has an agenda. We come together, we work it out, and we say, hey, let's go for this. The political system could work. But if the people who want something from the toxic society are still suffering from the abuse that they have endured while living in that society, how then can they come together on election night and show solidarity? I need answers. The great Krishnamurti also said, all ideologies are idiotic, whether religious or political, for it is conceptual thinking, the conceptual word, which has so unfortunately divided man. What does that mean, Zoe? Read it again. All ideologies are idiotic, whether religious or political. For it is conceptual thinking, the conceptual word, which has so unfortunately divided man. Oh, I'm a Democrat. Oh, I'm a moderate. No, I'm a conservative. I'm none of it. These ideologies have brought about wars, although There may be religious tolerance. It is up to a certain point only. After that, destruction, intolerance, brutality, violence, the religious wars, the political wars. Similarly, there are the national and tribal divisions caused by ideologies. The black nationalism, the Hebrew Israelites, so many others, the Kojic, the AME. Everybody got a name and an ideology that keeps them in a box. And you want unity. How you gonna call the black man the most violent and the most toxic form of masculinity on planet Earth when the white man controls it all and even created the terminology toxic masculinity? Just like Farrakhan just told Mike Wallace, you're not in any moral position to create a term and then place it on a man that you have enslaved and that is suffering from the trauma you have put him, his generation, his lineage through. But we supposed to show up. Huh? June 7th, we supposed to get together just on solidarity alone. We're toxic. We're broken. And so we align with resources. The relationships are transactional, and so are the political ones. I'm going to align with this person to get what I think I can get. When I come forward, I'm going to keep cooking this stew.
The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings will disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
The more we learn about COVID-19, the more questions we have.
I waited. The callers took over. I waited.
What's next? What will COVID bring in 6 months, a year? If you're feeling anxious about the future, you're not alone. CalHope offers free COVID-19 emotional support. Call 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org today.
Stress and emotions. Not only are they out of control, but they're major contributions for weight gain. Introducing Breathe Infinity, where we teach 5 proven techniques that reduce stress and helps you lose weight. Sign up for our stress-reducing class on July 12th and discover how deep breathing relieves stress, regulates emotions, and helps you burn fat. Go to breatheinfinity.com and sign up for our $99 stress-reducing special. Use discount code KBLA and
What up?
Go to breatheinfinity.com and exhale.
If you live in LA County, you could be eligible for free
Zoda.
internet. Call 866-298-1825 to see if you qualify for free home internet. Call 866-298-1825. Brought to you by LA County's Delete the Divide initiative. 866-298-1825.
Finding the right person for the job isn't easy. Just ask someone who hired a karate teacher to trim their hedges.
Man, these shrubs are not made of plywood. Don't worry, another few chops should do it. Yeah! Nope. Yeah! Dang!
But if you've
Now
got
this is the
insurance questions, you
nice.
can always count on your local Geico agent. They can bundle your policies, which could save you hundreds.
Oh, this treehouse looks like part of a wood. Yeah! There we go. I'm starting to doubt myself.
For expert help with all your insurance needs, visit geico.com/local today.
KBLA Talk 1580.
Live in a minute.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Koreatown Youth and Community Center, or KYCC, was established in 1975 to support at-risk youth. Today, KYCC is the leading multi-service organization in Koreatown, supporting children and their families in the areas of education, health, housing, and finances.
Kinda,
KYCC
but not
is
really.
committed to making Koreatown a safe and beautiful place to live and work. The mission
Kinda,
of KYCC
Bridget,
is to serve the needs of the Korean
but
Americans
not
in
really.
Greater Los Angeles, as well as the multi-ethnic Koreatown community. KYCC's programs and services.
Maybe I'll talk about that tomorrow.
Immigrated, economically disadvantaged youth and families, and promote community socioeconomic empowerment. To donate, volunteer, or to get help, 213-365-7400. That's 213-365-7400, or visit kyccla.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hell yeah.
You know you want some more. More. It's the voice of of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Okay, I won't deny it. Half the time you send a text, yep, you know I'm not replying. Just to let you know I'm not one of them that you be dodging. I'm the one that you dodge with. I'm the one that you go take that dress and saving out the closet. I'm the one you need alone. I'm the one that when you're around your friends that you gotta put on speakerphone. Just so you can let them know what we be on. Like he the one. Yeah, yeah. I know I'm young, but you respect me like a father figure. Young mob is probably...
Hey, hey, hey! Your brother Zoe Williams back in the building. Toxic culture, man. Toxic culture is non-inclusive. Some people say America is inclusive, not when in 2022 we still having firsts. Oh, the first person, the first black person, or the first black female, or we still having firsts. So their inclusive is the long version. We'll let one or two get in every century type thing. You understand? I'm here to tell you. Here is a solution. Black men and women need to start doing national devotions, where we bring in psychiatrists, therapists, and spiritualists. I agree with what the brother said earlier about pick a discipline, and spiritualists. And then, listen to this, creative writing class. The creative writing class will lead to journaling. And the whole purpose, listen to what I'm about to say. Knowledge of self journaling. I know y'all not ready for what knowledge of self journaling. First, the first set of journals here is to write out, right, the Manchurian candidate social beliefs that makes you think in alignment with the toxic society. Let's outline all of the beliefs that keep us like our oppressor. We got to break up with their definition of success. We got to break up with their definition of love. We got to break up with their definition and imagery of God. We have to become self-authors again. But first, there must be a reconciliation of what we mad at each other for. And if we find out that it's because we haven't lived up to the expectations of white sky daddy, ooh, Lord, break up with all of what they said we supposed to have. When we start breaking the generational tasks down and we start getting over those humps together. Now, when I say together, I don't mean you looking over your woman's shoulder and saying, keep up with me. No, you mind your business, you work on yours. And then if it is permitted by nature, you can come back together. And when the healed self comes into contact with another healed self, you got a healed home, a healed relationship. When I come forward, I might take this final call. Ha ha!
It's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
That journal piece.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a whole lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Minority AIDS Project is a California nonprofit organization that provides educational and other HIV/AIDS-related support services free of charge to eligible
What y'all think of the show?
regardless of age, gender, ethnicity, culture, language, or circumstances, with a primary focus on the African American and Latino communities in Central and South Central Los Angeles. Minority AIDS
Fix it, white baby Jesus!
HIV/AIDS organization established and managed by people of color. It was founded by Archbishop Bishop Carl Bean and the
Fix it, white baby Jesus.
in 1985 and has been serving South LA ever since. To make a donation or access services, call 323-936-4949.
Thank y'all. If y'all appreciate it, I appreciate it.
Or visit minorityaidsproject.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
If you live in LA County, you could be eligible for free internet. Call 866-298-1825.
This show is exactly what I needed this morning. Great show. Thank you. That's why I'm here. I'm here to do these kind of shows.
To show you how easy it is to file a claim with Geico, we hired a scary movie.
I'm trying to do this kind of stuff right here.
And there's only one thing to do: trip over my own feet and pull myself across the lawn while yelling help at a barely audible volume.
I'm trying to do this kind of work right here.
So you've got a designated claims team to help you.
Hey, this 2 hours went like that.
Sure, I don't end up getting surprised with an unexpected twist.
Show damn near, show over.
There to keep you updated. What is it? Oh, nothing. I just didn't see that coming. Geico, great service without all the drama.
KBLA Talk 1580. On to talk about. KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Live in a minute. Koreatown Youth and Community Center, or KYCC, was established in 1975 to support at-risk youth. Today, KYCC is the leading multi-service organization in Koreatown, supporting children and their families in the areas of education, health, housing, and finances. KYCC is committed to making Koreatown a safe and beautiful place to live and work. The mission of KYCC is to serve the needs of the Korean Americans in Greater Los Angeles, as well as the multi-ethnic Koreatown community. KYCC's programs and services are directed towards recently immigrated, economically disadvantaged youth and families, and promote community socioeconomic empowerment. To donate, volunteer, or to get help, 213-365-7400. That's 213-365-7400, or visit kyccla.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580. More of the Voice of Reason with TheZoWhatShow right now on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yeah. The voice of reason back in the building. At least our music harmonizes well. Don't let the music out harmonize your relationship. Don't do that. We can fix it. Leo from Dayton, Ohio, my final caller of the night. Brother, you got to keep it extremely short because we're up against the clock. No cursing. No cursing, brother.
I love what you're doing, man. But like, let's be honest. Like, it's accountability, like what you said. It's like million mirrors of all these relationships, and if we gotta know ourselves, they gotta go way, way back, like to like which point of cause this was it the Lyndon Johnson stuff where they had to put us on out the house for them to get like benefits, or like where did all this start? Where did our conflict start? Like, did it go all the way back to even with God giving us the assignment? God's assignment said to build within the family. I don't know if that stopped within Eve or whatever. Shoot, I'm just now knowing that, like, shoot, the tree of knowledge could have been God's wife. I don't know. That's another deep topic that nobody needs to argue about or have wars over.
Right.
Like they've been doing 1,000 years. But like, yeah, I'm trying to keep it short, but it's too deep, it's too long. I don't even know if the female called in.
They did. They did. We had a couple of them call in.
And it was a couple of them that called, but like, is it going to be constant? Do they really want to work it out with us?
Well, but this is what I think. When they call, we can't just marginalize it and say only two called. We got to say they called. And then, you know, that makes them comfortable enough to say, okay, we welcomed here. But if you say only 2 of y'all called, then there's this tension like, well, maybe.
I never marked the right. It just don't seem. I'm talking about constant issues that you know bring up. It ain't always. It don't feel unified. And we love y'all. Black women, we love y'all. Like they do anything for you. And that, you see how the gas is like tellers right now. Like, you know, like,
Hey, bro,
all that stuff.
Brother, I hate to cut you, Leo, but I gotta go because the next show is coming right in right now, brother. But I appreciate you, man. Call in tomorrow. Hey, yo, this was a great show. I appreciate everybody for their, you know, contribution. Like I said, we started, y'all finish it. My man, Danny Morris is next. Robin, we'll see y'all in here in a second. Deuces. Chris Brown had it lit.
Thought about that track.
Yeah.
That New Flame is fire.
It's always fire.
Whoa.
It's one of his best records.
That's Robin's favorite artist or something, she told me.
Is it? Chris Brown?
I said I'm a fan of Chris Brown. That's all I said.
You said you're still a fan of Chris Brown.
I'm still a fan.
Appreciate y'all. Deuces.
Man,